Tonight's the night. In Alaska! After what felt like an eternity, I've finally finished the original run of Dexter, and it was good. For about the first 4 seasons. Sadly, I found myself largely agreeing with the fan consensus on this one. The show really just kind of loses its touch following the 4th season. And that's not to say I think it's all bad, as seasons 5 and 7 have some really solid ideas and character drama to keep them engaging. I just don't think they really stick the landing all too well. More often than not, I found myself walking away a tad disappointed when these seasons wrapped up, feeling that more could have been done, or at least what was there could have been done better. And it's a shame, because there's a lot to like about Dexter. While I might have had some, mixed feelings about the show after I finished it, I can see why this recent wave of Dexter mania is a thing. The characters are great, the villains can be genuinely menacing, and when it's at its best, it's just a real fun show to watch. No matter how hard the writers behind the show try to self-sabotage by giving us the dumbest twists and the shittiest endings possible, Dexter just won't stay dead. Kinda like his dad. For as lame as the show would get, and it definitely got lame, Harry was always a delight. Not because he was a good stand-up guy or anything, far from it. It's because he was such a catty bitch. I mean, every scene this guy is in, he's just bodying Dexter with facts and logic, even from beyond the grave. See, the thing is, Harry is the reason Dexter is the murdering weirdo that he is. Sure, a part of the blame goes to Dr. Vogel, but let's be real here. Harry was doing a lot of the legwork when it came to making Dexter a killer. Long before he became cop dad extraordinaire, Harry was cheating on his wife with Dexter's mom, Laura Moser, who was an informant at the time. Despite her concerns that this would get her killed, Harry just hit her with the, "Nah, you're good, Queen, I got your back." Fuck! Unfortunately for her, he didn't, and that's ultimately what gets her ass chopped up with a chainsaw in a storage container in front of both Dexter and his older brother, Brian. After that, I guess Harry felt some remorse because he takes in the Moser boys, but ultimately decides that Brian is just a bit too fucked in the head because of the whole watched his ma get Texas Chainsaw Massacre thing. So he just doesn't adopt him, but keeps Dexter though, which is wild when you say it out loud. Like, what the fuck, dude? I'm not sure if Dexter, the Old Hunters DLC, or whatever the fuck it's called, addresses this, but it's weird. Dick move, Harry. And the very moment baby Dexter shows signs that he might be just a tad autistic is when Harry's like, "Damn, this little freak's a fucking killer, dude!" And he turns a kid that would have otherwise have grown up into a shut-in, neat 4chan user into a serial murderer, solely based on his boomer psychoanalysis. For the first few seasons, every time we see Harry, he's just fucking dogging on Dexter, telling him that he's a piece of shit every chance he gets. He's fucking relentless, and it's every scene, dude. And you'd think that because he did this multi-year commitment to fostering a little psycho that he'd know what that entailed, right? But nah. The second he confronts the shocking reality that murderers kill people, it's simply too much to bear and he fucking ends himself. But that's not the last we see of Harry, because he continues to appear to Dexter as a sort of Force ghost or something, acting as Dexter's very own passive-aggressive Jiminy Cricket. I actually wonder if this is at least partially inspired by another show that Michael C. Hall was in, 6 Feet Under. In that show, the Fisher family frequently converse with imaginary apparitions of the dead folks that wound up in their funeral home. Chief among the Mind Phantoms being their very own father, who got creamed by a bus just 5 minutes into the pilot episode. Obviously, dead dad spirits aren't the sole domain of 6 Feet Under, but I wouldn't be surprised if some of the Dexter writing staff watched it and were like, yeah, I guess we can do that. Side note, please watch 6 Feet Under. It's the best show to ever grace the small screen, like, ever. As you can probably guess, Harry is just as condescending and deaf as he was in life, only now, instead of belittling a child, he likes to second-guess every choice Dexter has to make. Granted, a lot of the time he's actually right, because Dexter makes some boneheaded choices throughout the show, but man, it just gives off the same energy as being hounded by some terminally online Blue Sky user. In spite of all of this, though, I still love Harry because he's such an unaware, sassy sack of shit. It's honestly commendable. The guy who did everything wrong in life, giving out sage advice that no one asked for long after he's kicked the bucket. Is Harry the worst dad in Dexter? No, I'm pretty sure that still belongs to Trinity over there, but he still gets second place. Third place goes to Dexter himself, though, not because he's a serial killer, but because he's straight up not raising his own kid for like 90% of the show. He's just dumping Harrison on anyone who will take him. Jamie? Sure. Irish lady next door? Why not? An actual, like, serial murderer? Fuck it. Hope they have fun in Argentina. Now, as of writing this, I haven't seen anything beyond the first 8 seasons of Dexter, but I do know that Ghost Dad, not that one, makes a return. So, when I eventually get around to watching the next 3 seasons of this show, I know I'll have Harry scolding old man ass to look forward to. Now go.